Welcome back, everyone, to Yo Soy Neighborhoods Fresno. We're having a beautiful day in Central California. Come out and visit. Today we have the founder of the Linden Home, Mislang. She is a formerly incarcerated felon, woman of color, and a young lady that has gone through, has been subjected to some situations that didn't have to be, but due to the fact that a lot of the fellas out there are a little untamed, us ladies have had to defend ourselves to protect our children. So let's talk to Sia. Tell us, Sia, how in the world, I know you were telling me that you were in the prison. What prison did you go to?
So I actually wasn't in prison. I have been incarcerated in Fresno County Jail several times.
Okay, several times,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you said they were on really low profile items.
Yes.
Okay. So how in the world did you get out?
Survival.
Okay, what did you have to do?
It had to do with a lot of stolen property.
But that's not my point. The reason you were doing it, because you were taking care of your children or your...
Yeah, it's, in order to be okay in today's society as far as having a roof over my head, food to eat, and just making sure I live a normal life.
Right.
Or make it seem that way.
Yeah, right. So it's tougher on the streets of Fresno,
Yes.
period. And it's even tougher for the women. And how many women do you feel like we have hundreds of women out there?
Oh, there's hundreds of women that are overlooked, especially here in Fresno and Central Valley. There is a lot of, programs and transitional facilities for men, but there's not really the help for women here. So it makes it harder, and also just not knowing or having the knowledge of
Where to go?
Yes, exactly.
Right. Okay. So now, I know that women traditionally, I'm an older person, more seasoned adult, folks. I'll be 70 years old this year. But guess what? Through that life, I've learned that one of the things that our society really frowned on for hundreds of years is women being incarcerated, women having to fend off a fella because they're going to hurt their child. Some women have been put into jail and have served murder sentences because of this situation. We as women, traditionally, it was frowned upon for women to be in jail. And if they were in prison, society put a black mark on them and said, no, we can't have you around the children. You've been in prison, so you are out of society now. Okay, and now Sia has witnessed and lived this firsthand and understands that other ladies need help.
Yes.
Okay, so what does let's just go with the county jail. So when they're in the county jail and they've been there like a couple of months, are the sheriffs or the marshals preparing them to be?
So in the county jail, there really there's not any rehabilitation in there. There are some courses that are offered, such as basic math, a computer class for typing, but there's no rehabilitation. Upon exiting jail, and I know this from experience, you are given sometimes like a pamphlet of different resources that are here in Fresno, but 99% of the time, or 99.95% of the time, those resources that are given to you don't have availability or space for you. So they're really...
So it sounds like even though they're coming out of the county jail and they've already been made to do this, whatever it was, to defend themselves. In most cases, it is a situation where they were either protecting their child or protecting themselves or protecting an elder.
Yes.
And like the other day, a fellow, 20-year-old fellow, stabbed his grandfather. And this happens quite frequently around here. And you would think that at the county jail, they know that the ladies are having these issues, that they would have some kind of woman, hopefully, come to them and say, okay, you're getting ready to leave. These are the resources, and this is who we need to match you up with so that they can walk you through. But they don't do that.
They don't do that, and you have to fend for yourself, because I've experienced coming out of jail. We'll go with, not the most recent, but one time, I'm out of jail. There's no one to turn to, and you're having to go into that survival mode again. So it's, what do you do next? So the first thing, of course, you need shelter, you need food, and you need clothing. Because when you come out, obviously you lose everything. So you're having to meet those basic 3 needs immediately. So
Do they give you a housing voucher?
Oh, no, none of that is given. So of course, I've had times to where, let me make that quick money, let me get a motel room, then let me be able to buy some clothes and also have food to eat. So you're in that survival mode again, and it just goes.
So it's a circle.
Yes, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
So if we had, what we do at Linden Home is we offer those resources, and we also help women, when they're coming out of jail or incarceration, they can give us a call. And then we have some resources to where we can lift them up, or even give them clothes, give them food. We even given ladies money to be able to start somewhere to get their life back. And that isn't, that's not given, that's not an option that you're given or a choice by the county here in Fresno. I don't want to talk bad about them, but this is a serious issue that we are faced with, especially for our women. There are other facilities, programs that are offered for men. There's even transitional facilities here in Fresno for men. But there is not one single one for women. I've been doing this for 4 years already, and still I'm in community with a lot of organizations, and I still haven't heard about one woman transitional.
Well, transitional is different than what the rescue mission
exactly.
has. And I think that people need to understand there are differences, because the rescue mission has a home for women and their children, but they're housing them until they get either some ability to make money or have a regular job and find their own housing and help them. So they're coming out of a different situation, whereas you're talking about, you're coming out of the county jail barefoot, however, whatever condition they picked you up in, you're coming out of there just like that, could be with no shoes or whatever, and somebody's either, somebody to come pick you up, or you have to take the city bus to wherever you work, right? And then you go back there and your kids are gone, your property's been stolen, by then you may have gotten a 3-day notice because the landlord doesn't want you to be there.
And I've been in that similar situation to where going into jail and having a home, having cars, having clothes, and then coming out and having nothing at all. Having cars picked up, and then it's too late to get them out of impound, or losing your home, because obviously as a woman being the sole provider of the household, you lose it because you're taking care of others, and
Right.
And no one else is capable or able to take care of themselves, So I've been in that situation a few times, to where I've come out to nothing. So.
And as I was saying a minute ago, that they should be providing that. We are all taxpayers.
And
Everyone's
then-
a taxpayer.
And then also, even though we're all about helping the mothers as well, there is also women that are single and have no children, there's no help for them. There's really no help for even women with no children that are single. There's some resources that are offered for women that have children, but women, if you don't have any children, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
There's nothing at all. And so that's through my experience and what I've learned, and so, yeah.
That's not good. That's not good. And I noticed, well, really, the biggest thing here today is to let you know they're having this event so you can learn more. Let them know this event here that they're having this month.
Yeah, so we're having an event on May 27th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Calvert Rec Room. And that will be, we will be having an introduction more to our organization, what we do in our communities, and then to also help us fundraise. Our goal is to have a transitional facility, God willing, by next year. So come on out. It is a community mixer, so we will have other organizations and businesses. Just to bring light to the women that have been previously incarcerated, just to really lift them up. Because we are looked more down upon as a woman, especially a woman of color that has been incarcerated and also have children. It's really, in reality, it's harder for us. It's more of a challenge than a man. We love our men, we love our brothers, but there is more of a challenge for a woman that has been previously incarcerated.
And the bigger thing is the children. I
Yes.
noticed here in Fresno, they're real quick to take the kids
Yes.
and take them away from the women.
And
And that's not right. They should give them, they should really, this unification thing, they should bring the women together with their children and let them grow together, because when they have such a horrible thing happen, when the child's torn away from their mom like that, and it's just coming out, that this is trauma.
yes.
This is all trauma, okay? And the sexual activity, taking advantage of the children at school, there are too many things out there now.
And there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. Besides our fundraising event, we have a monthly sisterhood conversation to where we talk about different topics and issues in our communities. And we have women from all different backgrounds, especially previously incarcerated or have been system impacted. And we talk, in regards to these issues, but also it brings healing. Because there is a lot of inner healing that needs to be done in order to do what.
Well, when you say healing, the issue is that a person like yourself and a person like myself, we never come into contact
Exactly.
with each other enough, or when we do come in contact, we're not talking about these deep-seated issues that we've been through. We're making light of everything. Everything is, oh, have a cup of coffee, I have a donut for you. It's casual conversation.
Yeah.
Anytime you come in contact
And
with
it's
another girl.
learning to have communication and be in communion with each other.
Mhm.
So this is what Linden Home stands for, and we believe that we are here to break the systemic barriers that have been oppressing us.
And that's, I hate to say it, guys, we may love you, but you have a lot of very antique ideas, okay? And we need to get rid of those ideas. Women and men are equal in a lot of ways, but we, the women, have been carrying the bigger load. And now, after this pandemic, I want to see you guys get in shape. You need to be out there helping the ladies. You need to not be attacking them. You need to not yell at them. And people, as in Sia's situation, we need to start talking about these things, because we're all taxpayers and we all have equal rights and we all deserve to be treated nicely, not just pick and choose.
Yeah, and again, it's about even mending those relationships with males and breaking those barriers that are between us, and also bringing that healing between us and the men, because that's needed. It's necessary in order to grow and live, the life we have been given. Is we need that healing between each other, male and female. So yeah, again, May 27th, we have our community mixer. It will be at Calvert Recreational Room from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Come on out. It's a $50 donation for individuals, $40 for children, and then $30 for our members. And if for some reason this is something you really want to support and join us in, but you don't have the funds to attend, send me an email. Or
your email.
Yeah, my email is thelindenhome.org@gmail.com. Send me an email and just say, hey, see, I really want to attend, but I don't have the money. I will be more than likely to put up that money for your seat.
Yeah, but this is a conversation. She's inviting you to have this conversation to learn more about the ladies that are being released from the county jail, from the prisons, and the ladies out there that are providing foster care. They need to get into this conversation with Sia, because I believe that foster care children, that is a money-making operation, period. I'm just going to tell you right out. That's been going on. That's how Fresno has been funding the growth of this city, between the elders and the children, okay? And we need to start, if you want to have a real reunification, get the judge out of it. We need to have advocates talking and bringing the children, the families back. If it's a husband and a wife, bringing them back together, or if it's a wife and a wife and whatever, LGBTQ, they have the same situation, because one takes the male role, one takes the woman role, and their family. Okay, enough of this other stuff. Quit it. Stop it. Bad. All the people are accepted, and quit playing those little tricks. Oh, I'm innocent. No, you're not. The ladies here, they need to be taken care of and cared for, and they need to have their children back. We need to stop the taking of the children is for the people that are really, really, really bad, and they're not able to come back and take care of the children. We need to start creating that type of a flow for the ladies to get their children back, to be whole again. That's what you're about.
Yes.
Bringing them whole, and you need to come out and learn more about it. Don't be over there in the gossip section. You need to come out and listen to the real facts, people that have lived this life and know they're back in society. Some of them have master degrees. They're out there working, okay? Working people. They've gone through the situation, and this is where you need to go to learn more about the subject. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yo soy Neighborhoods Fresno.